Hey guys, so here's your monthly marketing report for Colorado Springs for the month of July of 2021. Love some feedback on what you guys think about the market and what's been happening.
If you are looking for information on buying, selling, managing, or renting a home, we'll show you all the tips, tactics, and secrets that will best ensure your success. So let's get started. Hi everybody, my name is Trace. This is Nicole Wave, with Ashford Realty Group here in Colorado Springs. And real quick, we're going to go over July 2021 housing market numbers. Hopefully give you some insight, regardless if you currently own or if you're aspire to own here in Colorado Springs, or if you're just currently in the area and even just curious about it. This information right here will be extremely helpful just to give you an idea as far as our real estate market and the housing market in the El Paso County or Colorado Springs area, I should say. So let's get into it. As far as median sales price, guys, we saw an incremental increase, small increase from 427 to 430. 427 was June of 2021. So we did see a $3,000 increase between median sales price between last month and this month. Now, what did that look like as far as between July 2020 and July 21? We actually saw a 21% increase, and this is pretty sizable increase as far as appreciation or median sales price. But let's get a better idea as far as what that looks like on a 12-month trend. And here's some news that I think is actually going to be pretty, welcomed by many, I should say. And what I wanted to point to as far as the 12-month trend, you can see all the numbers. I'm not going to go over all those with you. You can see those yourself. But I just want to point out the last 3 months. Now, the last 3 months, you're seeing the median sales price actually slow down a little bit. Yes, there's an increase, but it's just incremental from the month before. Whereas you can look at between May and April and then January and February, it was a sizable increase. I mean, it was almost shocking. And so when you were talking with home buyers, as we were talking with home buyers and even home sellers and talking to them about how quickly the market is moving, this trend really illustrates that. The good news is it can look like you're talking about the same market when you're talking to somebody today versus next week. A lot of these things can change. The good news is we're starting to see a little bit of that trend in the fact that we've seen 3 months where it just has gone up, which is a positive thing, but it hasn't shot up straight up in a dramatic increase. So let's look at this a little bit further as far as like a 40,000 foot view. What does this look like as far as the past five Julys? So we're going to look back 5 years and we're going to just pick out July and we're going to compare them to each. And as you can see, we do have that sizable jump that we kind of touched on in the 12-month trend. And then you can see incrementally that each one of the Julys from July 17 to July 2020, there was just, it's very comparable as far as the increase in the median sales price. But we did have a large jump near, was that $75,000 jump in median sales price from July 21 to July 2020. It's a sizable jump. The good news, like we said, is we're starting to see in that trend chart that things are starting to slow down. So let's look into inventory. And guys, this is where it really matters, because those that are looking to buy a home, the less inventory, the more challenging it is, the more multiple offers you're going to run into. Now you're going to get into having to almost bribe to win the deal. Now we do have some things that we would recommend that you do versus just throwing money at it. There's definitely some tactics out there. So, if your agent's strong and good, they can walk you through those pieces. If not, you're welcome to call and contact one of our agents about what we consider the perfect offer. But as far as listings and sold, let's take a look at that. Now, homes listed in the month of July 21 was 1166, and those sold was 1352. Again, this is almost getting pretty repetitive here on all of our monthly marketing reports, but you can see these almost look inverted, but they're not. All of this data is pulled from the MLS, and the reason you can have some of this as far as why it looks inverted and have more sales and listings is a lot of times you may have a home listed and the agent or agents didn't put it sold into the board system as promptly as they could or should or whatever. The other piece is you could have new builds. They don't actually list the home, but the agent or themselves, the builder, will put it in as a sale. Most of the time it's going to be an agent when an agent is involved. So what does this look like as far as trends and monthly trends? Well, you can see that this isn't really uncommon to have these homes inverted. So the homes listed in the bar graph will be white, and the homes sold in the bar graph will be represented by the black bars. So you can see that we've definitely had this going on for some time as far as it looking inverted and having more sales than listings. But the good news is here we're starting to see more listings, and this is critical. So you see the white bar graph. This is where we were, and let me tell you, the month of what is this, May of 21, that was pretty challenging. I mean, we had significantly less listings than previous years, or even just that previous month in April. But what we're starting to see is seeing those listings start to tick back up. It'll be interesting to see what happens if they start putting lockdowns again and everything else. If everybody's just tired of this and they keep moving forward, or if they're going to shock and scare everybody inside their homes again. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out with the new revival of the next variant or whatever. So anyways, let's move on here. So 5-year trend, you can see the listings. The listings in July of 2017, we were looking at, what is that, 2,300? So 2,301 listings, whereas this we're looking at 1,166. So we're dealing with about half of the listings of what we're normally used to this time of year. So this does offer some challenges for those that are looking to purchase, because the demand is most definitely there. Now, I will say, is the demand as strong as it could be? Probably not, and a lot of that probably due to the COVID piece and people being, hunkered down with some of the things that are coming. So anyways, what it does show is the demand is there, and you're definitely going to want to be with an agent that can walk you through that perfect offer to make sure that you're not just throwing money at something. But I will tell you, as the listings are coming up, be patient because as we're starting to find personally in our office, a lot of people are hitting the pause button. They've just gotten so frustrated with the multiple offers and everything else. And we're starting to hear and talk to people that are starting to pull out. And our recommendation is definitely prepare yourself. Don't get yourself where you're going to be out of a home by not renewing a lease or something like that. But I would still pursue. And we have some strategies and some plans that we would recommend. You're welcome to contact us. We're happy to share those. But I would certainly prepare to make sure that you wouldn't be kicked out or homeless by letting a lease expire and not being able to renew or something like that. But to keep watching and stay active in it, because people are starting to lax off, and we're seeing more listings hit the market. So this is a recipe for you to be able to win that next home and that beautiful, perfect home that you want here in Colorado Springs. So is it a buyer's or seller's market? I really think that we could probably just eliminate this slide altogether. It is most definitely a seller's market. And we did put the MSI, and this is how we determine a buyer's or seller's market is with the monthly supply of inventories of homes. Right now we have less than 1 month of inventory, so 0.86. So we're just in between 3 and 4 weeks on inventory. Anything less than 4, 4 months, we would consider a seller's market. So we're most definitely in a seller's market. So guys, that's the real quick rundown on the market report for July 2021. I would recommend you to pick out one of these next videos so that you can compare it maybe to other areas that you may want to consider. If you're not familiar with the area and you're looking to relocate to the area, there's other areas within El Paso County that are connected to Colorado Springs essentially that you may want to consider. And we try to give some market updates on those areas, maybe not as often, but we do have some market updates. We'll put links and everything either in the description or on this card or somewhere. So that you guys can have access. We'll also put some important links that you want to may consider, whether you're buying or selling or renting or even property management. We'll put some links on there so you can access some information that we know will be extremely helpful for you. So anyways, until then, guys, cheers. We appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you on the next one.